Hi everyone! If you want to buy a new stereo system, the consumer electronics industry is happy to take your money. But you don't need to go wacko expensive. I decided to try the cheapest stereo components currently available and put together systems for between $60 and $250 so that you can judge the least amount of money that you need to spend to get the features and sound quality that you want. For the simplest system, I went out and bought the cheapest Bluetooth amplifier and speakers that I could find. Since this amplifier has Bluetooth built in, it'll play from your phone without any add-ons, and it has RCA connectors that you can connect to an HDMI ARC TV adapter and switch between Bluetooth and TV sound. So what does a complete stereo system that costs less than $60 sound like? Well, it's surprisingly good actually, better than a single Bluetooth speaker at anything like this price. The reason is the speakers. You have two of them that you can space apart and adjust the position to get a more lifelike stereo sound than a one-box thing like a Bluetooth speaker or a soundbar. But there is a catch, and it's a big one. The speakers are tiny, and to get a decent bass response from such a small speaker, the designers have sacrificed volume output. Compared directly to this soundbar, the quality of sound from the stereo system is better, but the quantity of sound is higher from the soundbar. If your room is larger than about 110 square feet, you'll need more power than this little amplifier can deliver. When you're shopping for a low-cost amplifier, it's important to know that the power that the manufacturers advertise bears virtually no relationship to the power that the amplifier actually delivers to your speakers. The best guide is the electrical rating of the power supplies that come with the amplifier. The power capabilities of these power supplies are described by two numbers. The first number is followed by the letter V that stands for volts, and the second number is followed by the letter A, which stands for amps. To get the power, multiply the V number by the A number. This is what the power supply can deliver, but it's not what you get at the speakers. The chips in these amplifiers are typically 80 to 90% efficient, so to find the maximum power that an amp can deliver, multiply the V number by the A number and then multiply by 0.85. In the case of this amplifier, that comes to just over 20 watts or 10 watts for each of the two channels. This isn't the complete story, and the real power of the speakers may be lower, but the power we've just calculated does form a good basis for comparison when you're shopping online. So I went looking for a more powerful but still low-priced amplifier. This amplifier is advertised as being 50 watts per channel, but the power supply is only rated at 12 volts 5 amps, so in reality it can't be more than 25 watts per channel. When I connected it to the speakers, I found that the sound was clearer and smoother at the maximum volume setting than the cheaper lower power one, which told me that it wasn't running as close to its maximum power limit. But it still had limited volume because you can't turn the volume knob past maximum, and we were already there. But there is another way to get higher sound output, and that's to get more efficient speakers that give you more sound out for the same amount of power put in. I'll play some music to show the relative difference in loudness for two models of speakers. These speakers have higher efficiency than is typical for their size, and when I tried them with this amplifier, everything got better. To begin with, they're just better speakers than the little ones, which they should be at double the price. They have a nice natural sounding mid-range, and the bass is quite clear without boominess. The bass doesn't go as deep as more expensive speakers, but this does mean that they can be placed against a wall without losing their clarity. These speakers do sound better with the grills removed. A little dust won't hurt them, but a young child's inquisitive fingers might, so you can decide. With the better speakers, this system has about the same maximum volume as the soundbar, but the quality is much higher. Voices are clearer, the bass is cleaner, and you get a nice stereo effect where the sounds seem to come from between the speakers, not from the boxes themselves. This is a good sounding system for TV sound or Bluetooth audio for just under $100. But there is another catch. You can connect to Bluetooth or a TV sound adapter, but to flip between the two, you have to plug in and unplug the cable because there's no switch on this amplifier. If you want to shift easily between Bluetooth and TV, you can add a Bluetooth receiver like this one that has an extra input. Now you can switch between Bluetooth and TV using the remote control that's supplied with it. In addition to the remote control, this Bluetooth receiver also provides you with tone controls and an equalizer for adjusting the sound to your own preferences, and it allows your phone to select more modern and advanced Bluetooth coding for better Bluetooth sound quality. I have a video that explains these Bluetooth quality differences in more detail, and the improvements in sound quality are big enough to be audible on this system. This $150 system sounds really nice and well balanced for music and for TV. It'll play loud enough for many people, but the volume level still doesn't compare to live music or a movie theatre and is still best suited to smaller rooms. The weak link is still the amplifier. These speakers can handle more power. This amplifier comes with a 36 volt 6 amp power supply for a much more substantial maximum power of 92 watts per channel. When I tested this upgraded system, what I heard was a real hi-fi. It not only conveyed the power and impact of the music and movies, but also some of the texture and subtlety. The bass was still not as deep and powerful as more expensive systems, but this amplifier does have a preamp output that makes it easy to add a subwoofer to the system. The biggest remaining limitation on the sound quality is the Bluetooth itself. Bluetooth still compresses the music, even with the upgraded Bluetooth provided by the add-on Bluetooth receiver. This means that it just discards the parts of the sound that are considered the least audible. The best sound quality improvement that you can make at this price level is to change the Bluetooth receiver to a lossless Wi-Fi streamer. Wi-Fi transmits the audio without compression and the sound is just more lifelike and natural. So it looks like we got a much better sounding system by making a few small changes. But that's the thing about audio equipment upgrades. Many people will be happy with the $60 stereo. And the last system we looked at cost 4 times that. A simple rule for audio equipment says that for each meaningful improvement in sound quality, the price doubles. So we could easily find a better sounding system with a $500 budget, and we could do better than that for $1,000. But it's one thing to double the price when that doubling is less than the cost of a cart full of groceries. But is it worth it when you're talking about the price of the refrigerator you put them in, or even the whole kitchen? If you want to reward yourself for a hard-earned promotion, be ready to spend at least twice the cost of whatever you have, because making small incremental upgrades is expensive and unsatisfying. I've done it. I've gone out and bought the very latest equipment based on a glowing review, only to find it didn't sound as good as what I had before. Newer isn't always better, and some of the very best equipment I've used was originally made decades ago. So if you already have a system, why not just sit back and enjoy the music? If you like this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. If you buy anything from the links in the description, it doesn't cost you any more, but it does help to support the channel and is very much appreciated. Thanks for watching, everyone.